This year, Coach and I and Murph, as captains, we really look to build a culture first. We look to make a culture change, kind of in the way that we recruit, kind of in the way that we bring guys in. And it's really translated out here into the weight room. Guys feel comfortable pushing each other, and it's just a really positive environment for kids to really get after it.
Well, specifically, like mostly when I played in high school, we didn't really have to lift. Like lacrosse wasn't a sport that lifted. So coming here and then lifting for lacrosse specifically was a lot different. There's a lot of different movements in some workouts that I've never really seen before. That was a big difference.
For example, Geoff and I, we've talked a lot, and lacrosse is a different sport. For example, in ice hockey, there's a lot of different movements, whether it be kind of a lateral movement versus running on the field. I thought Geoff's done a really great job kind of singling us out in the movements that we need to work on. And I think that he's created a program that's perfect for us and what we need to do on the field.
I've seen a lot of like my personal records that I had before in the past with weightlifting get broken here. So obviously what Geoff is showing us is proving to work in the weight room, and I'm sure it's going to help just as much as the field. I just feel like this is the best training that we've gotten, especially for me personally for lacrosse.
Yeah, having the upperclassmen who've been around with Geoff has been a great asset for us. Geoff's obviously a wonderful coach. He guides us in the right direction, but he can't look at all the guys at once. So having a big group of upperclassmen who know what they're doing and are able to push and guide kids in a safe way has really been a huge push, and that's why we're kind of putting the games that we are in right now.
It helps a lot. I mean, Jeff's only one guy, and Paige is only one person as well. And there's a lot of us here. There's about 40 of us here, so they're kind of obviously busy. They can't be helping everyone at the same time, so it helps a lot when the older guys know exactly what they're doing and how to explain it, and then they give that information to us, and then we can just reciprocate it to everyone else who needs help.
Yeah, so mobility, once we get into the grind of the season, we practice, we start in January, so it's obviously cold. It's important to keep our muscles loose and limber. And it's also important for us to be able to have those mobility days where we just focus on kind of getting our bodies right for the long season. In lacrosse, we play 3 games a week, kind of unaccustomed to a lot of other sports. So it's important for us to be able to stay healthy, keep all the muscles kind of in shape, and keep us on the field.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is really just my teammates. Like my boys, like it's hard to really complain and single yourself out when we're all going through the same stuff. Like we're all here right before class. We have class at 11. We have classes a little later. We're all doing the same thing. So to kind of be a part of a group that knows exactly what you're going through, and if you feel like it's a little too much, you can talk to them and you can talk to Geoff or Coach. It helps a lot. And I think that's a big part of motivation. And just like a lot of the actual season, the best part I think is the build up to it, because when you see the success on the field and you look back and you see all the work you did towards it, it makes it even better.
Murph and I, we live together, so we kind of bring the work home a little bit. So we talk a lot about how to make it fun for the guys and also how to push them. Again, kind of the culture aspect of this year has been much different, and that's kind of why we've succeeded. We're able to push these guys, kind of make it fun, and they kind of live off that. So, I mean, we really created a great group here, and we're kind of excited as Murph and I talk about kind of our legacy to leave our group what we've done so far and kind of let them have the reins a little bit. So we're pretty excited.